Today, I'll go over some of the steps you should take in order to rapidly grow your skills as an up-and-coming UX, UI, or product designer. People, schools, and boot camps always try to push a system of learning that is flawed and poorly designed. They try to help you learn design, but they forget to design how to teach it the right way. I've spent all my life as a creative professional, falling in love with hip-hop before I could speak. I was quick to get into music, dance, design, arts, and a bunch of other art forms, both in the culture of hip-hop and exploring other professional creative interests like UX and graphic design. I've gone through the process of discovering a passion all the way to mastering the craft. Having spent a lot of years teaching, I have figured out what ways that will help you grow and develop a skill fast and efficiently. I have helped aspiring designers to switch careers all across the world, jumping into the design industry from completely different fields. Today, they work as designers at companies like Twitter. The methods I'll go over in this video actually align exactly with some of the studies that are covered by psychologist and author K. Anders Ericsson, the author of Peak, as well as journalist and author Malcolm Gladwell in his book Outliers. That being said, let's jump into the secret formula. First and foremost, you have to know how to practice your skills. There are two ways to do it: naive practice or deliberate practice. Naive practice is when you're accumulating more experience in a field. You're basically just spending time doing random exercises without any strategies or agendas. Now, deliberate practice is the key. That's when you spend time practicing with close attention on what things needs to be changed in order to become better. You set a very specific goal of things you want to change or improve. The key word here is specific. The practice activities have a very clear purpose based on changing or improving something extremely well defined. Learning isn't a way of reaching one's potential, but rather a way of developing it. A lot of people misunderstand and confuse deliberate practice with talent. This is a completely different topic, but I'm a firm believer in greatness being grown and not born. Behind every single talent, there are thousands of hours of practice and influence, period. You are either actively and consciously putting in deliberate practice into work, or you're subconsciously surrounding yourself by direct contact with people or indirectly through media, which helps you elevate your skills and knowledge in any given area, whether it's doing UX design, graphic design, or any other skill for that matter. Even the world's greatest talents are just the result of years of deliberate practice. Contrary to popular belief, even child prodigies have actually been exposed to a wealth of knowledge before they're considered talented. Don't be distracted by the various starting points people have. Some start earlier and some start later. This does not and should not stop you from practicing deliberately and still winning. Professionals practice with purpose, and there's a four-part approach to this. First, you set a small, specific goal. Second, you need to focus. Keep yourself away from any type of distractions. Thirdly, make sure you're constantly pushing yourself in the right direction. Define what the right direction is according to the long-term skills you're aiming to acquire. And last but not least, try to get specific and immediate feedback. This can be a bit tough if you're doing this all on your own, but we'll go over a fix for this later in the video. So here are 3 key things you can start doing right away to help yourself become a skilled designer. Psst, as a disclaimer, if you apply these methods to any field you aspire to master, you will achieve it. Have fun. Minimize the threshold that's stopping you from putting in work. There's a bunch of videos out there on a lot of technical stuff. Figma auto layouts, for instance. And yes, I know I am to blame if you spend way too much time on it for the wrong reasons. If you're just getting started designing, that's really not for you. You should focus on getting your ideas out there as fast as possible. Doesn't matter if your layer structure is off or if you're using the wrong techniques, as long as it looks okay and you're actually solving a problem, it doesn't matter what method you applied where in the process. Put a hold on everything you want to know about any of the techniques, methods, rules, and whatnot. You should just focus on putting a mock-up together, have fun while doing it, get better at creating results, and get better at solving problems with design. It's like a puzzle. Don't take it too seriously, at least not for starters. Figure out what part of design gets you going, what part of it is really fun and enjoyable. Spend your time doing just that. Being good at it will provide value somewhere for someone in the future. Don't worry too much about what someone else thinks is important. When you're starting to see results in any skill that you acquire, that's when you need to persevere and figure out how you can elevate yourself from good to great. Don't forget to have a strategy in mind. Your practice needs to be deliberate, otherwise you'll just slow down the progress. Start off with the hard work so you begin to fall in love with what you do, then you put in the hard work that will help the seeds you planted to flourish. Keeping up with the deliberate practice consistently and for the long run is defined by peak performance as grit. It's the ability to keep working toward a goal, overcoming challenges, and sticking with it until perfection. Put all your focus on just that one specific small activity. Start small, repeat, and perfect. Pay attention to what can be improved. Let the creative part of you shine. Make your inner child come alive and make the practice fun. Will Smith actually said it the best in his book, lay one brick at a time. Make sure that every brick you lay is perfectly placed every single time. Repeat the process, be consistent, and you'll end up with a wall. Put yourself in a healthy learning environment. I know it's tough, like I mentioned before, especially when you're doing it all alone. You have no network, no idea on where to start or how to start, but you're actually watching this video, so at least you can reach out to me or hit up anyone in the comments and utilize the tools that you have close to you. We are blessed with all of the access to information and knowledge we have on the internet. Be creative and personalize your environment to fit your needs. Don't know any leading designers in the industry? Google or YouTube some of the people you look up to and curate a list of the content and resources they provide. Look up authors in the industry and read their books. All of them are now your mentors. Who said you have to actually know the people you call mentors? Most of the mentors that impacted me in my creative endeavors are not even alive or are way out of my reach. Be open to this idea and you'll soon have a learning environment of people that will have a huge impact on your potential. Now, if you have a bit of saved money that you can spend on a course or a workshop or to take a trip to attend an event or a lecture, then go ahead and do that. Spending money on knowledge is the best investment you can make. If you've made it all the way to the end of this video, I encourage you to sign up for my newsletter. It's an easy access for you to get up close and personal with me and the value that I can give to you as a designer. I'll share all of my tips, tricks, resources, and keep you up to date on any of my upcoming workshops, classes, or course launches. The link is down in the description, and I'm mindful of your time and space, so you won't get more than an email a week. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and hit the like button below for more videos like this. See you guys next week. Peace.